Hey, I'm Michael Brody-Waite, and I'm going to share with you how I got 5 promotions in 1 month by using Principle 3, Do Uncomfortable Work, and how you can use this principle to achieve a transformative leap in your career wherever you are professionally. Right out of rehab, I stayed at a halfway house, and I was working 2 jobs to make ends meet. One of those jobs was as a temp rep with a large corporation that I loved, Dell. I loved computers at the time. And I got this opportunity to go from making ends meet, working 2 jobs, and one being a temp rep for this corporation, and actually being able to get a full-time job at the headquarters of this corporation. And I interview for it, and I get it, and I'm so excited, and I'm putting my notice for the other 2 jobs, the other one I was working, and my temp job, and I'm finally going to be able to be a permanent Dell badge employee, and I'm all excited. And then on my last day of my other 2 jobs, they tell me that this big new job I just got, they just had a headcount freeze, and they don't have any room for me. And so now I just went from having 2 jobs, and then actually kind of a third, and now I've got 0 jobs. And so I'm like, oh my God, what the freak do I do? So I go back to my current employers, and one of them's like, sorry, dude, we already backfilled you. You can't work here anymore. And then the temp people were like, well, you could go to all of the other organizations that have temp needs, and you could go ask if you could fill in. And I'm sitting there and I'm like, man, I do not want to have to do that. That sounds crazy. And so then Dell corporate says, well, we didn't have room for you for this high-level job, but you could get this low-level job right now. Now for me, I don't know if this is true for you, but for me, in moments like that where I don't know where my money's going to come from, what my certainty is around my work, I get really amped up and I get really concerned and I get freaked out. And so I want to achieve some level of certainty. I want to take all of the anxiousness that's going on inside of me, all of the ambiguity, and all of the fear of the future, and I'm looking for any way to simplify it. And so when they offered me the smaller job right now, I was really tempted to take it. And as a recovering addict, I have a history of liking short-term gratification, so you would have thought that I would have took it. But I was new into recovery, and I was learning the principles of practice rigorous authenticity, surrender the outcome, but especially do uncomfortable work. And uncomfortable work is not, in my opinion, just doing things as hard as you can. It's that feeling in your gut when you don't know where your work is going to come from and how you're going to pay rent that gives you this feeling, this pit in the middle of your stomach that you just want to go away. Uncomfortable work is physical, it's emotional, and as a result, it can make me make highly irrational, illogical decisions just because I want to create certainty. So I'm sure you've experienced that, whether it's in work or a relationship or whatever it is, but in this particular context, I applied Principle 3, do uncomfortable work, and I said, you know what? I really want it. I quit these jobs so I could get the big job. They said that they might have room for me in the next couple months, so all I have to do is tolerate discomfort for a short period of time, and then I can get what I want. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ask a bunch of strangers all over Middle Tennessee if I can cover shifts for them. I didn't want to do that, but that's what uncomfortable work is. It's not comfortable, but it's incredibly rewarding. And one of the things that I teach is people can do hours, if not days, of hard work because they're avoiding 5 or 10 minutes of uncomfortable work. And calling up all these people and saying, hey, can I get a shift, was really uncomfortable. But doing that for a month, it was like a month or a month and a half, the large corporation called me They said, hey, now we've got room for you. I took that job. I was able to actually, this time they actually meant it, and I was able to get in, which was really nice. And now I had this permanent job, this large company in the headquarters that I really wanted. And later I found out that if I'd taken the smaller job, it would have taken me 5 promotions at this company over probably 3 to 4 years to be able to get to the job that I actually ended up waiting for and taking. So I did a month or 2 of uncomfortable work in order to be able to have a 3 to 4 year advantage in my career. And when I think about the people that I coach and the people in the workshops that come to my workshops, that go to our website and ask for coaching, that are in our free Facebook group and all that kind of stuff, I see tons of people have transformative professional experiences when they're willing to embrace the uncomfortable work. I've coached someone who said, I'm stuck in this job. I'm not going to be able to get out of it. I'm always going to have to be in this company. And I saw her do the uncomfortable work and get a promotion that she never thought was possible. I saw another person leave a company that they thought they would be with forever, leave all that known, go into the unknown, and find a job that they loved just because they were willing to do the uncomfortable work. It fundamentally changed their personal finances and their personal happiness. I had someone in my workshop just 2 weeks ago that literally just quit her job to launch her own venture. And all of these things require a tremendous amount of courage and a tremendous amount of community support as well. But I want to challenge you, if you are anything less than absolutely satisfied in where you are professionally right now, I want you to ask yourself, what's my uncomfortable work? Now, it might not mean that you need to leave the company. It could be that you need to get a mentor or work on a skill or whatever it is to become more happy at your job. Maybe you need to have a difficult conversation with your boss about your roles and responsibilities or compensation or whatever. Maybe you do need to take a look at what the opportunities are outside of your current company. But that uncomfortable work is what keeps us in a suboptimal state and makes us kind of go, you know what, this kind of sucks and I really wish it was better. Uncomfortable work is the difference between knowing that it can be better and making it better, and you can do it. Now, what I found is it's really hard to do uncomfortable work when you're alone. And that is why we are building community. And so we put out mask-free social media to surround you with this positive reinforcement. So sign up for the social channels, LinkedIn, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, even a little bit of Twitter. I think we have like 16 followers right now on Twitter, so you could be the 17th. But we have like 3,000 on LinkedIn, so it's totally different. But we also have a free Facebook group. And we have over 100 people in this group, as of the time of this video, that are supporting each other in their professional endeavors. And I would love if you went into that group and you shared your uncomfortable work so we can support you in elevating yourself in your career. And also, if you want, of course, you can go to michaelbrody-waite.com. That's where you can find out how you can get coaching or workshops or get me to come speak. And if you go to michaelbrody-waite.com, you can get that. But I would love to see you in the free Facebook group. And please, if you're there, post your uncomfortable work and let us know what you are doing to elevate yourself in your career, because you too could potentially get 5 promotions in 1 month.